Welcome back, everyone, to episode 65 of the Three Dudes podcast. We are back in the flesh. The energy is buzzing around the room. We're back for what? It's almost been a month since we've seen each other. We've seen Nathan. It's been a little bit longer because he didn't show up to the last episode. But it's good to have you boys back. Got Broden Wonderlick on the far left, to my left, to your guys' right. Liam Owens in your guys' middle, and our middle, and me on the right. Other
left
side.
on the screen.
Yeah, other side. It's good to be back, boys. How are things going?
Great.
Where we been? Where are we going?
I've been everywhere, man. Looking forward.
Yes, right away. I've been everywhere.
No, really, I've been kind of all over the state.
Yeah, doing?
Hunting, working.
How's the hunting? Yeah, hunting season's officially in full-fledged, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
You guys shoot anything yet?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Liam and I got a lot of bird meat in the freezer.
We're tearing into them.
Okay.
Yep.
Did you guys get a tag? When does the big game hunting start?
That for bow season opened up.
2 weeks?
Pardon me.
More than 2
little
weeks.
while ago, yeah.
Oh, so it's
like
open.
a month.
Good little while ago,
Yeah,
yeah.
bow always opens up a lot earlier than rifle season.
Is that just like letting the people that's a little bit harder for in there early?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they give the people with rifles a smaller window just because it is much easier.
Okay. So it's like, yeah. It's like letting the kid with one leg get a head start in a race.
Pretty much.
Makes sense.
It's
Still
like-
going to get dusted, though.
Yeah. So the rifles come out and the bow hunters it's over for them.
It's not over, but it depends on where you're hunting and stuff like that. If it's public land, obviously, then guys are going to start showing up and
Yeah. Interesting.
taking control.
Interesting. Is there like a battle when it comes to that? Like you try to kill a deer before someone else, or does that not happen very often? Or you're not really in
Depends
too
if
often.
you're able to get on private land. Or
private
if you
land?
have,
That's where the big deer live.
well, then you're just able to be the only guy on there and able to get deer in by yourself and kind of have more of a pick.
Yeah. So
of what
public
you
land is like behind Walmarts and sidewalks and stuff.
Pretty much.
Yeah, cemeteries.
Anything,
Cemeteries.
anything you see them, yeah.
Yeah. You dig a hole and then shoot the deer and it just falls into it. I suppose actually no, you want to take that deer home,
You'd like to.
hang it upside down, speed bag it.
Little Rocky
That's how you
Balboa
kill them, right?
action.
Yeah. That's how you really put them away.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get the gloves on.
That'd be crazy. Hang the deer upside down. You just put on boxing gloves. You're like, all right,
Time to
It's time.
tenderize this.
let's get this meat out of here.
Got your white wife beater on.
Yeah. It's a staple of it for sure.
No, I've been doing the same. Running around hunting. We went today. We went opening weekend too. Knocked down some birds. That's always fun.
What do you guys shoot them with?
Shotguns.
Hmm.
It's your best bet.
Yeah, I'd say.
You could try a slingshot or something
I was
if you
gonna say
want.
that too. Yeah, you
Boomerang?
could really try. Yeah.
Only I should buy one.
Probably be in Australia if you were doing that.
Yeah. I'd get the old "What the fuck, Richard." Have you seen that video when he
Love
chucks
that
the
video.
boomerang into or the frisbee?
It's
Into
a
the road?
disc golf or whatever. Throws it right straight over the road.
That'd be me hunting. Yeah, I'd shoot just way off. What the fuck? Good to hear you guys are killing animals though.
That's good.
Humanely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
As humane as you can.
Ethically, too.
It
That's
puts
good.
meat in the freezer. You know, we were talking about this earlier. I mean, because I shot an elk a couple years ago. I shot a deer last year. I'm sure I'll shoot one this year. I haven't bought meat from the store aside from like a chicken breast.
Yeah,
Long time.
go shoot those.
I could.
Are there,
I'd have to find them.
Are there random chickens around?
No.
There's a thing called, what are they called? Like prairie chickens? Something like that.
Oh, like the different types of like raising chickens, like prairie, like
No, I'm talking about like wild birds.
I have no idea.
I think there is a bird you could shoot that's a prairie chicken, but I don't know if there's enough in the state where they actually have a season for it.
Can you kill turkeys?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I do.
Really?
Turkey takes.
Okay. I think that we should implement the glove tag though. You get to go out there with boxing gloves.
I think that'd be a blast.
You get to
They
beat
put
the
you
shit out of
in
it.
like a 10 by 10, like in just an enclosed ring, like barbed wire fence, and you just try.
I think it'd be better if the tag was you can kill whatever animal you want. You just have to kill it with boxing gloves.
That'd be insane.
It's like your tag's for whatever.
I'm going straight for the mountain lions, dude.
You see,
I
an,
want,
I want it.
you see an elk? Good luck.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Could you imagine punching a moose to death? Like how many
Dude.
punches?
So many.
It's got to be a lot. They're big, hey?
They're huge.
Do they punch back?
They're substantially
Oh,
larger
yeah.
than a deer.
They also
would-
get gloves? They get a human tag, and it's like whoever wins.
Yeah, that's where you implement the fence.
Yeah, I like it. That would be a cool rule, though. Maybe in the future we'll resort to that. You can kill anything if it's with your bare hands.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
Could go gloves, UFC, boxing. You could just go bare knuckle.
I'd go brass knuckles. Heighten my odds a little bit.
Yeah. Would you try to punch it, or would you try to get it in like a guillotine, or?
Guillotine would be much more effective.
Yeah.
I think you
Triangle.
could punch smaller animals easily. But if you're talking like a deer or anything larger, you got to try to choke.
I think in the last episode we were talking about a serial puncher, weren't we?
Yeah.
Instead of a
Around
serial
just
stabber.
suck bombing people. Yeah.
That would be something.
Yeah. Do with animals. All right. Well, let's maybe get into this week's topic. We did have one comment, but I didn't want to read it. I'll just recite it from my head. It's the same guy we talked about in the last episode, where he was pretty much saying that our podcast gives false information, that we're pieces
he's
of
back?
shit. Yeah. So I replied to him with a comment, and then he replied back and basically quoted John Adams saying, do not spread wrong history or something like that. Some
Get off
sort
your
of-
high horse, dude.
Yeah. So I commented back and said, get Mr. Adams' nuts out of your mouth. And we left it
This
at
guy's
that.
been gone for 200 years.
Yeah. And it took him like 12 days after our comment to reply. So I'm sure he was really sitting on it. But honestly, hey, that's our disclaimer at the beginning of every episode. We're not going to say 100% of these things are entirely true, but to our knowledge, they are.
And they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned,
Yeah.
I don't know anything.
Like, we put the notes on here and we back it 100%. If you do some fact checking, which is kind of lame, we can't,
Go
don't
ahead.
fault us for that.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
you could just ride with the fact that it's a comedic podcast.
Yeah, exactly. And just know that you learned a little, whether it's entirely accurate or not.
You learned something.
You
Whether
have-
Yeah.
whether what you learned is true or
Completely
false.
wrong. Yeah.
That's up for your own
You
interpretation.
learned something false. You learned something. You've learned it was not
something.
real, but
yeah.
Yeah, you learned that the right thing isn't that.
yeah, you can go. You have another conversation topic if you go to Thanksgiving, Christmas, bus stops,
Mm-hmm.
in line at a grocery store, wherever you are, you learn something that you can spread. And then you can be like us. Is it true?
Spread.
Maybe.
Could be.
Speaking of spreading,
Something to
Speaking
talk
of
about.
spread, let's talk about some diseases. This week
That's
we're going to be
right.
talking about diseases, Broden. Great transition. So diseases, we're going to be going over some of the common ones, some of the ones everybody knows.
herpes.
Everyone's favorite.
Oh, favorite?
Yeah. to catch, right?
It's got to be.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's got it. So
Yeah. Easiest too. Favorite and easiest. But no, we're not. The one disclaimer I'll say is we're not talking about COVID. I don't want to talk about that shit. Happened to recently, so we're skipping it.
Good
Not
call.
a political podcast, but if we talk about ones in the past, we're good.
Fair. Good call on that.
So diseases, by definition, disease is a particular abnormal condition that negatively affects the structure or function of all or part of an organism. So anything that just really mangles us up. Not due to an immediate external injury. So basically stuff you catch. Pathogens, genetics, or lifestyle choices are how you can get these. Pathogen. I've always liked the word pathogen.
It's an interesting one.
Yeah.
What is the for the classification of diseases? I mean by definition too. Does it matter the severity of it?
So there's two kinds. It's actually a good question. There's infectious and there's non-infectious. So the infectious disease is caused by a pathogenic microorganism such as bacteria, viruses, parasites, or fungi. Fungi, you get that like between your toes, right?
You can.
yeah, I think if you got some real bad foot
Tight.
habits,
Yeah.
Some toe jam going on.
Toe jam. Gross. That's disgusting. That
Is
sounds
that
like
on there?
toe jam?
Yeah. What is toe jam? Now I'm curious. 'cause
mildew.
I've always
It's-
heard it.
Toe jams, yeah. I feel like I've had it before. You know when you wear your shoes for like 18 hours straight and you can't take them off because you're working or something?
Yep.
And then you take your shoes off and you're like, it's a good thing no one's around.
I thought it was just
There's
like
jam in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're wearing socks and like part of your sock gets stuck in between your toes. You run your finger through and you got some fabric there. I thought that's what
it's
toe
just like
jam
lint.
was. Yeah,
You on this, dude?
See, I think toe jam is like a gross, like an actual.
you just looked up like you had absolutely no idea we were filming a podcast.
No, I'm looking at it.
F toe jam.
I'm looking at just disgusted.
Yeah.
Skip the definition. Let's look at pictures.
That's kind of what I was going for.
Yeah. Is it like a liquid gooey substance or is it like a
Describe
fudge?
it to
It
me.
more or less looks like.
What would you say the viscosity of it is?
Are we talking chewy or drinky?
No, I'd say like just like imagine your skin rubbing together, peeling off, and just
It stays there?
yeah. That's what it
Yucky.
looks like.
Gross, yeah. So eczema.
Yeah.
I fell victim to that. See, Broden thinks it's more like a belly button lint.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
thought it was.
I've fallen victim to that
Oh, me too.
lots of times.
Got a
Belly
hairy
button lint?
Oh,
Yeah.
every day.
It's weird. It'll just show up.
You wanna know
I'll-
why? I've Googled this.
Go ahead.
Your hair on your stomach.
Yeah.
Assume you don't have the most shaven stomach all the time.
No.
Yeah, me neither. And there you go. You guys can picture our belly buttons now. And it rubs on your shirt, and the little fuzz things on your shirt just eventually come off.
That explains why I
Your
don't
belly
have any, because I'm not a very hairy man.
No, yeah. You're like
Yeah.
an egg and mole rat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were just
Yeah.
talking about that. Alopecia. That's a disease.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a disease.
Hmm.
If you could
what's
call it
the
that.
Cardinals quarterback? He
Josh
suffers from-
Dobbs.
Yeah. It
Well-
is not. Is it a disease though?
I mean, these people are asking him how do you battle with this every day? Like, how do you live with this? He's like, he just doesn't have hair. Like, it's not like this
Yeah.
dude is battling a pathogen.
Yeah.
Or-
At most, he gets bullied. And,
right.
and that's it.
Which is a disease of its own.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but some diseases are
So-
necessary.
It's a social disease.
Yeah. My old baseball coach has alopecia.
Pat,
No, definitely not Pat. That boy
Yeah.
is burly
who's your old baseball coach?
from college.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't know any alopecians, and I not.
I know a few.
Yeah.
Alopecians.
You said that. You said that like they're, yeah. You said that like they're alpacas.
Might
Those
as well be.
people.
Yeah.
And then anyone that has alopecia, you have to ask them. So you got hair on your nuts or not?
Even the
Answer's
women.
usually-
Does-
answer's
does
usually
it-
no. Yeah, you got hair on your nuts?
Does it literally mean like no hair anywhere?
That's their slogan, I think. That's
No
their
hair
tagline.
anywhere. Welcome to
Commercial. Alopecia. No hair anywhere.
They're like anti-nair people. They're
Yeah.
advocating for alopecia
It's
instead of
it's a
nair.
gated community,
Yeah.
is what it is.
That's
All high and mighty.
yeah.
The alopecians,
Would be nice though.
the hairless.
The hairless.
So that's the infectious, non-infectious, not caused by infectious agents, rather by genetic mutations, lifestyle, environment. Examples are diabetes, cancer, or heart diseases. So diabetes is a mutation. Aren't people born with that though?
I think
The
one
one
type
you
you,
gotta-
get.
The one time you earn, the type 2.
Yeah, you got to earn it.
Yeah.
You got to literally just eat sugar all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, earning a disease is like got to be the worst type of prize for doing something.
Yeah.
You
My
know,
dad earned diabetes. He's a type 2. Yep.
Really?
Too many New York seltzers.
What's a New York seltzer?
It's like a carbonated drink.
Mm.
Yeah.
It'll get you.
Yep. It got him. Now no bread. Damn. Yeah. So we're gonna talk about the bubonic plague. That's gonna be our first one.
That's
Everyone's
so cool.
favorite.
That's a big one. Yep. Is that when plague doctors came about? Was that the birth era of plague doctors?
I guess I didn't know what a plague doctor was.
You've seen them. You know what it is. It's like they wear the long pointy mask.
Oh,
They're always dressed in all black. Yeah.
They look like a pigeon almost.
Yeah.
yeah,
Plague
like
doctor.
a demon,
Yeah.
like a demon bird.
Do you know? Here, I'll spit this one at you. You know why they did that? They wore that mask with that long beak.
Blend in with the birds.
Pretty much.
Actually.
No.
Oh. I was like, that's
man.
crazy.
Blend in
I was
with
like,
the bird.
that's so obvious.
That-
How
yeah.
do more people not know that?
That's a huge bird. What the
Yeah.
heck? Oh, it's a person.
They want to be pterodactyls.
Oh,
weird.
I'm sure if you've been struck by the bubonic plague,
Yeah, that
you
looks
have-
like the leader of the birds.
Yeah.
That big one.
you could probably mix up a person and a bird and have no idea. You probably got a pound of crust in your eyes. I don't know what the bubonic plague
Yeah.
was,
Eye jam.
but eye jam. That sounds like an Apple product.
Yeah, it does. It's a speaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Purchase the eye jam.
the mask, it had that long pointy nose because the doctors would shove like
Pick the wound.
they would shove rose petals and like other like good smelling scents and stuff down in there so they wouldn't have to smell like the rotting
So,
flesh of people.
oh, it's like a filter,
Yeah.
essentially.
Oh, they would put the rose petals in the long nose.
Yeah. They would breathe through that. So instead of breathing in dead people, they would
Yeah.
smell daffodils.
Yeah, because
Nice stuff.
yeah.
So he
'cause-
just comes in and the patient's like, "Oh my God, it's the bird doctor or something." And he's like, and
Yeah. pretty much because dead people don't smell great, right?
I've heard not.
Yeah.
It depends on their state of decay, but
If there's just bones, probably all right.
probably okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you guys ever like smelled a dead person?
No, I have.
not like recently deceased, like at a funeral after they've been pumped full of.
Bro,
what are
just nose deep in the casket.
well, I mean, whatever it is that I forget what they embalming fluid or whatever.
yeah.
Those people that laying in the casket have a pretty distinct smell.
They pump their veins full of it, right?
Yeah, like they drain all the
wash.
blood.
Yeah.
That way they don't deteriorate before the funeral.
See, educational podcast. I bet you guys didn't know how that works.
You know,
Now you
that's
do.
like, I heard that's like a kind of like a big hoax.
The embalming or funeral?
So like, no, like embalming now, like people don't know. I'll get to that. Like
No, I was just laughing at him. Funerals?
they are a scam.
that too. No, that too. Yeah,
100%.
honestly. But people, embalming was invented because it used to take so long to travel that they needed a way to preserve the body so they could get by wagon across the country
Yeah.
and then have this funeral. Now there's really no use for it because someone dies and then they have their funeral within the week.
Yeah.
So there's really like the whole embalming process, like all this other stuff, like really isn't natural and really doesn't need to be done.
I should ask. My cousin is a mortician.
Yeah.
I should ask her about it.
Well, I'm
Say,
I
what
think-
are you trying to make us believe? here?
exactly? I think you'd be asking
What's behind the curtain?
the wrong
here?
person there.
What?
That's
why?
their livelihood.
I've got a question of. Do you know why your cousin would go into such a thing?
Dude, I don't know.
Like, I feel like that's a weird. Not no knock on your cousin here, but that's a weird profession. To be like, I want to be a mortician, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, except for that it pays good money.
Yeah. So does like underwater, deep sea, whatever.
Underwater welding.
Welding. Yeah.
Yeah. High fatality.
One of these two,
So they
though, is much less lethal.
It's true.
I don't know, dude. You get poked with that embalming stuff, you're dead.
What if you embalm an
Well-
alive person?
They would die.
I suppose because they
Well,
have the
they
blood.
drank it in Dumb and Dumber.
They would be dead.
What if you drain the fluid and the blood out of an alive person? Wow.
What?
Probably would not live.
What is the embalming process? I'm curious now.
Should have had a mortician on the show.
Should have had the cousin on.
I can call her.
Is it a mortician? Is that the person that embalms or the embalmer?
I think that's the whoever will.
We've got an embalmer on the show.
Do you have
right
it looked up? The
Chief
title-
embalmer right here.
here. Chief
No.
embalming officer.
I don't have that, but you can have the viewing without an embalming. The only thing is, like, it's not illegal or anything, but funeral homes won't allow it.
Because of
Because they
Probably-
need to do it to make money.
Yeah,
'Cause
because
the
it's
body-
probably
Exactly.
a moneymaker thing.
yeah,
Exactly.
the body's
100%.
probably like food
So, like,
out of it.
why do we just have it at your
Then you
house or something?
then you buy a $6,000 casket and then you go bury them in a $3,000 grave somewhere atop of a $4,000 tombstone.
And that's the other thing too. Like
For what?
you have to get a special permit if you
Fine.
don't want to bury your loved one or whatever in a cemetery.
Yeah.
Like let's say if you just like for me, if
Bury
I
'em
wanted
in
to
the
get
back.
buried like out on our land that we have by
Yeah.
wherever, they have to get like a special permit and like pay
Yeah.
lots of money
Yeah.
to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Burn me to a crisp if I die.
Dude, bury me in a cardboard box.
Yeah.
Can you
Whatever.
rent the box?
The
casket?
And then once everyone's gone, like put me in a box or a bag.
I'd say
Just
just
for show.
put a couple sheets
Maybe.
of plywood around and
Well, I'd build my own. Yeah.
Do it pine box. Do it old school.
Do
Yeah.
like they ship ammunition. Put me in one of those.
like
A
an
bunch
old
of popcorn
an
kernels.
old
or
pine
like
crate.
the styrofoam kernels. What are they?
Little white
Packing
ones.
peanuts?
Yeah, packing peanuts.
Yeah.
There we go. That'd be awesome. Lay me on a bed of packing peanuts and put me in an army suit with a freaking strap of grenades.
Yeah,
You know
bury
what?
me with a bunch of this toxic shit and then put me in the ground
Yeah.
and then let it spread.
Perfect. That's also with the embalming stuff. It's not good for the earth.
Set a 20-year bomb on me and bury me under the embassy.
Actually, like you better encase me in concrete.
I'm rabid, dude.
Yeah, like there's a good chance I'm coming
cover
back.
me up, dude.
Yeah, you better
getting
pull out all
feral.
stops, or I'm getting out of this. Yeah,
Bury me in styrofoam and cover me in gasoline and make
Hey.
napalm out of me.
they bury you in
Oh.
concrete. They bury you in concrete
Bury me
and
as
give
I'm a
you a
flame.
chisel and a hammer and see what happens.
Yeah.
Just
Then
in
we'll
your
know.
hands. Yeah.
Speaking of this, how crazy is it that they would go to those lengths and more for all the people that died in Chernobyl because they were so
Yeah.
radioactive?
I haven't finished.
Lead caskets.
Also, I've been meaning to tell you this. Punisher, I only watched like the first 30 minutes because my girlfriend went to sleep and it was loud. So I was like, I'm going to turn it off.
Okay.
So I did start it though. I sent you a picture.
I saw.
Yep. So I will get back to you. I'll finish it this week. Because honestly, I forgot about it till right now.
Not holding my breath. But
You have
Just-
been for months.
just let me know.
I can do that. Okay. Let's talk about the bubonic plague a little bit here. Also known as,
the Black Death.
boom, there it is, the Black
Nice.
Death. Because it killed so many black people.
No.
It's
Yeah.
not true.
Well, never mind.
Or-
Patreon quote right there.
originated in the steppes of steppes, Steppes.
Sure.
Is it a region?
In the steppes of Central Asia.
I'd just say steps.
Okay.
Go for it.
In the steppes of Central Asia, flea-infested rats on merchant ships helped it spread throughout the Mediterranean and Europe. Trade routes facilitated its quick dissemination. The disease had three forms: bubonic, affecting the lymph nodes; pneumonic, the lungs; and septicemic, the bloodstream. So this thing just took over.
It was trying to do everything it could
That's-
to kill people.
A lot.
Do you remember learning about the bubonic plague in
History.
history class, like 10th grade, world history or whatever?
Yeah.
And I can't remember what movie or video we watched, but there's just rats everywhere on the street. Can't be good to be living with them suckers.
No.
Yeah.
No, they're
That's
pretty,
pretty much how it
messy.
is in like New York.
Yeah. That's why there's so
man.
much bubonic plague going on
Yeah.
in New York.
New York is about as clean as a 14th century outhouse, dude.
Yeah. I was going to say a hooker's ass, but that works too.
That too.
It's a lot
Tomato,
dirtier.
tomato.
It's a lot dirtier than a
14th
hooker's
century.
ass.
Of a 14th century hooker's ass.
There we go.
There
yeah.
we go.
A harlot.
Yeah. Let's combine them. The mnemonic form was airborne and especially deadly. So it's probably a lot like COVID-19. Airborne, man.
Yeah, except this killed 2/3 of the population.
Yeah. That's what this was trying to do. And then we stepped up.
Heard.
Yeah. Stepped up to bat, man. Everyone gets in that bat. Some people struck out.
I did.
Some got on base. You struck out? I've
A
had
lot.
Yeah, I had it 3 times.
Holy moly.
For what?
COVID.
Oh, that's what we're talking
The plague.
I thought we were just talking about baseball.
Oh.
I go, yeah, I've had my share of strikeouts.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I've never, as far as I know, I've never had it.
Oh.
I have
First
no
time
idea.
sucked when I had it, but other than that, the next 2 or whatever.
COVID had me for a little bit. I beat the shit out of it though.
Yeah.
True.
COVID's calling the other people. I got the Wonderlic. They're like, you took that NFL test? No. This is different.
No, there's some little semi-autistic kid.
Yeah.
Really pouring the
got
coals to me right now.
The impact of mortality. Europe's population decreased from an estimated 80 million to 30 million. Some cities saw 50% of their population perish.
That's so crazy.
Imagine losing just 50% of everybody.
Yeah.
Did
you imagine- For it.
Bro's like, where do we sign?
Serious.
Yeah.
Thanos over here.
50% though. Imagine 50% less people in Minot.
I know, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty nice.
There would be a lot more room to walk.
I
know.
wanted to live in a smaller town anyway with less people.
Yeah.
So if I don't have to move and I could still have that, I'm living Hannah Montana over here, best of both worlds.
Imagine instead of leaving 10 minutes early to get across town, you left 7.
So much nicer.
Sweet, dude.
So much
3 more
nicer.
minutes of sleep in the morning.
Yeah. You're kind of convincing me to do this.
That's what I'm saying.
Do this as if I have the keys to do this.
Oh, we
Have-
do.
You have the Infinity Stones.
Next one, the Spanish flu.
Mm.
Oh,
Yep.
You know what the nickname of, well, not the nickname, but what this was, what it's actually called?
influenza
Yep.
B or something.
1918 influenza pandemic.
You're
is
so-
what I got.
How? Dude.
That's what flu means,
He
man.
had
Flu is short for influenza.
Oh, wow. I did not put 2 and 2 together. Did you?
Okay,
In flu, it's in there.
That makes sense. But when you go the Spanish flu, And then you go, yes, it was influenza B. It's like, where do you?
Is there an A? Did we beat that
Yeah,
one?
there's like a lot of different kinds of flu.
It's 26
Bird
different
flu.
kinds.
Dude, that I feel like an idiot now because I never really put flu in.
How many flavors are in
influenza.
Dr. Pepper?
23.
There's got to be at least 23 flus then. How
Yeah.
do you think they make Dr. Pepper?
From the flu?
They're wringing out the flu from the
And
flu
then-
towel.
If you want
the flu towel. Just wring it out.
flu tree, man.
Yeah.
They got 100 of those sitting in the factory.
Flu Manchu. That's who got it.
Flu Manchu.
It's even better.
So God, I can't believe I never really thought about that. You know when things are so obvious, but you don't think about it, so you don't really cross your mind. Like, oh, that's what that is.
It's not something you're
TV.
chewing on.
Yeah, like the first time I was talking about. Thanks for sharing with me. The first time I was talking about Bud Light, there was Bud Light and there was Budweiser, and I was like, oh, they're two different companies. So my dad's like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, the names are different. He's like, there's Bud in both of them, and I'm like,
damn.
Yeah, it probably makes sense that they both make the same thing. They just got different drinks. So that was an example right there.
I never knew that.
Yeah, really?
I never thought about it. Yeah. So I
Yeah,
have no
it's just
idea.
things you don't think about. It's like now that you say influenza and flu, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because what smart scientist would just be like, call it the flu?
Genius.
You know?
None of them.
Yeah. Interesting. So the Spanish flu or influenza, its exact origin remains a subject of debate. Some theories suggest it began in U.S. military camps, while others believed it may have started in China or France. Unlike many other flu strains, it disproportionately killed young, otherwise healthy adults. It was going after the people that really mattered.
Yeah, this thing was like beefed up, ready for a fight.
Yeah. And I think what they say is every 100 years there's some big pandemic or disease or something.
Yeah, that's got to be like the Illuminati just planning them.
Yeah.
Population control. What?
Yeah.
You on board with that? Conspiracy theorist?
Yeah. I don't know if I'd entirely say that.
Conspiracy pod.
I did hear that some disease was made in a lab though that got out.
Yeah.
So who knows? But
So Wu-Tang flu.
yeah. It do you guys still get your flu shots?
Never had one.
I can't remember.
Really?
I probably haven't had one since like 6th grade.
I never got any sort of,
Well, you got them in high school.
no.
You guys didn't take them in high school?
I don't maybe.
I think I did.
I might have. That,
You
that was
could do it
probably
at
my last
school,
one.
I think.
I just got sick the old fashioned way.
Yeah.
By
You
kissing.
used to be a guy that gets sick, though.
Yeah, I did. Like
You-
I used to get like
I feel like
pretty
you're
sick.
the guy that needed the flu shot.
Sometimes you get sick still. Like and it
Yeah.
knocks you out for like a few weeks.
Yeah, usually like once a year, maybe I'll get like sick real bad for like, 3, 4, 5 days where like
Yeah.
I'm, bed
But
rest.
it'll hit you and then like you'll go to work and you'll be fine. And then like the next week you'll get sick again. And I go, again, dude?
Again? Grow up.
I'm fine.
Like, go to work.
Yeah, we live together. I'm fine.
Yeah. If I don't have it, you definitely don't have it. Yeah. Yeah, that's
No.
crazy. I think you hit a certain age where you're not allowed to get really sick anymore.
See, that's what, and I don't get sick very often, like ever. Like I can't remember the last sick day I took off of work. So it's,
Here it comes.
I don't know. See, and that could very well be true. Now that I said it, I might get something. I do always notice it's weird. And your bodies have a weird way of doing this. Like whenever I'm about to go on a trip, like whenever I'm going to go back to Indiana, like I'll get sick before my trip. It's
Body's trying to keep you here.
It's the weirdest thing. I don't know what it is.
I get sick after trips. If I'm traveling a lot,
See, that makes sense
I get
because
back
you're
from it.
exposed somewhere else, like especially like Vegas or something.
I get sick
get the
after I
old
go to
Flin
the
Flon
bar.
flu.
Yeah. Well, it's the same as like,
That's just
like
some
people,
bad ice.
people who work in hospitals.
Yeah.
Like they're just exposed to sick people, or teachers get sick because they're exposed to a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
Kids are out there licking the monkey bars. So
Flicking
Then you're making out with
boogers.
the kids.
yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah. I
For
know.
the kids?
Well, for the people getting sick,
Yeah.
for the monkey bars.
Yeah, it wouldn't be
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, I agree with you though. I don't know when the last time I got sick was. Probably COVID, when I had COVID. The worst thing ever is when you have a sore throat, and the only thing you can think about is, man, life was good when I didn't have a sore throat.
Yeah, you really take it for granted.
Yeah.
I hate getting like congested nasally, and you can like feel it even like when you're talking. That's the
pressure.
worst.
Oh,
And it
I'd
just-
much rather have that than a sore throat.
really.
Sore throat is literally, I think, the worst.
It's debilitating.
You can't swallow.
Yeah.
Every time you eat or drink something, you just want to cut your tongue out of your mouth. It's
Yep.
horrible.
Doesn't end.
Yeah.
That's why
And then
I
you
haven't
really-
had a sore throat in a while.
Yeah, and then you always think it's that little bag back there hanging.
The
You
sweet
would be
bag.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and it's like it's your fault because you guys have your tonsils out. I think that's the root of
No.
all sore throat issues.
I don't think I do. No,
You don't even need tonsils, right? Like they don't do nothing for you, do they?
No, yeah,
except cause problems.
And get you
Tonsillitis.
sick. Yep.
Yeah. Really
I had
mess you up.
tonsillitis in high school,
yeah,
I think.
You look like someone who got tonsillitis.
yeah,
Never got them removed. though.
yeah. It's because of the
I
stuff
recovered.
You're
I
doing in high
beat it.
school.
I
Yeah.
beat tonsillitis.
Yeah,
I beat.
Like-
put that on a shirt, dude.
I beat
I beat tonsillitis.
there we go. There's our shirt idea of the week.
That's great,
Guys,
dude.
also, just go on a tangent here before we get into the next disease. We have an Indian gentleman that's going to be creating some designs for t-shirts for us, and we already have one mock-up. None of us are going to buy it. It's a Cum Jugs t-shirt, and it'll be for you guys if you want to buy it.
It looks so cool, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
literally a
Just
guy.
55 Paul Bunyan carrying like the big propane tanks filled with just
In the-
semen.
The one revision I had was that they have to be gallon gluggers and just hold them over his head,
Yeah.
like two milk cartons or whatever.
Right.
So we're gonna get those done. That reminds me that I haven't paid the guy yet, so I'm gonna pay him, and then he's gonna send us the t-shirt reviews, and then we're good. So if
He
you guys
already
wanna-
sent you a sample, didn't he?
yeah, because I said I'm not paying you anything.
Do this to him and
Well,
have somebody else recreate that for us.
well, them Indian folks are pretty cheap. You know what $1 American to an Indian rupee is?
Huh.
A lot.
Really?
Do that conversion. I think
Like, could
$1
we
American
pay his
is like-
mortgage with this design idea?
oh yeah,
Sweet.
Wow.
Let's not do it.
We should.
$100 is like 10,000 Indian rupees, and it's like 15 for a meal.
One United States dollar is 83.16 rupees.
Damn.
Yeah,
So we could go to India.
$1, and we got
rich
him
men.
food for a week. Oh yeah, 100%. If I went to India right now, I'd run that country.
Sick.
Yeah,
That's fun
There's
to
definitely
think
some
about.
smart ones over there, though.
yeah. Oh, 100%. I'd buy the Taj Mahal probably.
Gandhi. Yeah.
Yeah, he's still there.
Easton,
He's still there.
you had it backwards, and I didn't know this either. The main function of tonsils is actually to fight infections. They're filled with white blood cells that catch germs as they come through your body.
Yeah, caught it, and we're gonna keep you sick right up here by your throat.
Yeah.
It's a great time. It's like I promise we won't let this get to your stomach or your ass, or your arms, or nothing.
We're going to
gonna
catch this
stay right
disease, but I promise we're going to make life terrible for you.
Yeah, it's gonna
because of
suck
it.
while we fight it, but
Yep.
we're good. All right, so Spanish flu, talked about that a little bit. Autopsies revealed victims' lungs filled with a clear pinkish fluid, giving them a drowned experience.
Lung jam.
Lung jam? Yeah, I like that. Lung jam. Gross.
That's really gross.
Yeah, the Spanish flu is just a bunch of lung jam. Just pink lung jam.
It'll get you, man.
Yeah, it got a lot of people.
How
An
many?
estimated 500 million people fell ill.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a lot of young folks from apparently what you were saying.
Yeah. Fatalities were estimated at 50 million, with some estimates reaching 100 million. It doesn't seem like these people they didn't have a good system of like estimating back then. How could
Yeah.
be 50 million people lost?
Maybe they were strucken with other disease.
Yeah. Brain fog. Brain jam.
Could be.
Yeah.
Yellow fever.
Yellow fever. That is on our list. We're going to get to that.
Oh.
But not before we get to polio.
That was a big one.
Yep.
People with polio had a hard time not having polio. So
Yep.
feel bad for them.
Did I skip?
Did they all
Yeah,
have
we'll
to
do
do
that
the
next.
wheelchair? Or is that just FDR?
Oh, polio is a wheelchair thing.
Yeah. well, I'm just
Wheelchair,
connecting dots here.
crutch,
Crutch.
hop, skip, and a jump.
You turned into an Olympic. What is it? Hopscotch player?
Yeah.
Is that the game you do on the sidewalk?
And you eat
He
breakfast
became
at
a pogo stick.
IHOP.
Oh
No.
gosh, come on. That's
Come
enough of
on.
this show, guys. Okay, so polio wasn't good. I thought it made you bald.
No.
No, we already talked about it.
That's alopecia.
Yeah.
Okay. Allopolio.
Or cancer.
Yeah. So ancient civilizations were familiar with polio, as evidenced by an Egyptian carving depicting a leg deformity consistent with polio. So it is a leg deformity thing.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys getting like a buzzing noise
Yeah.
in your ear?
Yep.
wonder if it's me or
It might be from somebody just swinging their cord around like they're trying to lasso
it's
a
not
horse.
me.
It's not the headphones. It's one of the
then
mics.
it would be different.
You want to mangle with the mics a little bit?
Let me know if it stops.
Okay. Stopped. It's my mic.
God.
Yeah. Mess with it.
Go on there. Yeah, go on, old son.
Talk some
There it
more.
is. Hello.
Now
it's-
it's back.
All right. Well,
Hang on. Yeah, it's still doing it.
yeah, that's okay.
We adapt. We don't adapt.
We don't adapt. You guys just have to deal with it. We'll figure out next week. And if you didn't hear it, I'm glad I could introduce it to you. All right. So details: the virus affected the nervous system. Most infections did not show symptoms, but a small percentage led to irreversible paralysis.
So it was
This-
wheelchair thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Not good.
I wonder how you catch it. I wonder if I got that on here. Paralysis often led to the disability or death, especially when respiratory muscles were affected. Large outbreaks in the 20th century paralyzed or killed 500,000 people worldwide every year. So we must have figured out how to beat that.
Yeah, I think what are they?
Yeah, we did.
It's eradicated.
That's why we have a vaccine for polio.
Does everyone still get that?
Polio?
I
I don't
hope
think
so.
anyone does.
Is it because like you have to go take a kid to get shots?
I think
when
there-
they're,
I think
3
someone-
years old.
I might be.
Don't have to.
I might entirely be lying.
No,
but
to the parents.
I'm pretty sure someone didn't, and they got polio.
yeah.
And-
Same with like measles and stuff.
Yeah, and then somebody like it was an article, and then someone replied to it and said, "Hey, you big idiot! This is why this happens.
Hey, you big dumb bitch."
You're gonna kill everyone again."
You get polo or polio
Polo.
Polo.
by,
Marco.
When you
coming
go to
into
Jesus-
contact with feces, or it's like a in the throat disease. So if they cough or in those water droplets, you can get it.
So they're coughing shit on you.
If you shit in someone's mouth, they can get polio. Polio stem from beef stew.
Man, dude.
So what if like you got vaccinated for it, but somebody else didn't? Can you still get sick for it?
I don't think so.
No, because your body would already have the antibodies to fight it off.
Yeah.
Which would be the entire reasons why we have
Right.
vaccines and shots.
Yeah. Duh. Idiot.
Well, then like, what does it matter if somebody doesn't want to get vaccinated? They could just get polio and
Die.
die. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
They could just be
If it's
paralyzed.
not going to affect me, you do whatever you want.
It's like, man, I want to sit forever.
I'd like to believe, and I'm not a scientist, but the more it survives. So you think about how we always have to get flu shots constantly because the flu or like the common
it's always
cold,
evolving.
people, it constantly evolves. Yes. So if we reintroduce this back now and it grows and spreads, I would like to imagine that there's a chance that it would evolve. And
Yeah, but maybe like we as humans kind of earned it a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
You
I
know?
like to think we earned them all.
Like at least a little
Yeah.
bit.
I'd say.
Just makes us feel like the superior mammals. Are we mammals?
Yes.
Yeah.
We have children.
What?
Children. Like we birth them. That makes you mammals.
Live birth?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so if you birth a thing, you're a mammal?
Yeah.
Yeah, no egg laying. Unless you're a platypus. Platypus, platypi are the only ones that do it.
Is that the plural of platypus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Just
like
like octopus.
I don't like that. Smallpox. You guys familiar?
I've never had it.
No, me neither. Ancient evidence of smallpox has been found in Egyptian mummies. It spread to Europe between the 5th and 7th centuries and later to the Americas through European invaders.
Isn't that how they got rid of the Native Americans? It was they just gave them all smallpox, basically?
I don't think they like gave it to. Here you go.
Had to have.
Try this.
Yeah, give this a try.
Yeah.
That's like
Smallpox.
it's the equivalent of like, oh, I saw a tweet where it's like, if you gave a single Sour Patch Kid to a pilgrim, they would immediately
Yeah.
die.
That's die.
Yeah, yeah, because they were. That's crazy, man.
What?
You just get something and then like everyone dies,
Yeah.
and it just comes from random stuff.
Yeah. Well, usually stuff with bacteria.
And like shit.
So fecal rats. I mean, rats are more of a spreader, but
Wonder why? Because rats eat shit, right?
they don't care.
they just
what
roll
eat.
around in it and then they run around and
They don't
rats
take
were everywhere.
baths.
They They don't take baths.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not
The
all
rat
Stuart
bath.
Little.
Except for Master Splinter, he was probably pretty good about staying clean.
Yeah, he was a homie.
Yeah. Because you just
Respect
get
him.
it and then boom, everyone.
He probably just beat the shit out of it with that stick he had.
Master Splinter, he from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Yeah.
There you
Okay.
go.
I was going to say, I think it's maybe that. He lived in a sewer, though, right? I think
Mhm.
anyone living in a sewer can catch some stuff.
Either
Not
that
turtles.
or you live.
Not turtles.
Not turtles or
No,
one.
apparently if you live in a sewer, you just get superpowers if you survive long enough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know
Alright.
what?
You want to test something
I'm
out?
gonna go live in the sewer. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm coming back with some superpowers
Yeah.
you
or
imagine
some
you come
diseases.
or polio.
Yeah. Or you're coming back with smallpox.
It's a hell of a coin
What
flip.
about big pox?
Yeah,
I think we got rid of that quickly.
It didn't even stand a chance.
it's hard to get rid of the little one.
It's true. Yeah. The little one just flies under the radar.
Yeah.
You know, ice under the fridge.
Water off a duck's back.
Yep. Water under a bridge is back.
Smallpox.
Water under a bridge, ice under the fridge.
Yep. I almost can't even stand this buzzing noise.
Really?
I know. I can
like
see
it.
it. I can see it in your face every time
Can
you hear
It's
it.
like every time I talk, I'm like, I want to fucking give myself polio.
Give myself polio.
Can you mess with that cable a little bit more? Just like, yeah. I
take
don't-
it out? There you go. Put it back in.
Hold on. Unplug it again.
Mm.
Okay, it's gone.
Yell.
Maybe try your connection.
Oh, easy there.
Yeah. Okay. It's this connection over
Tonsillitis.
here. Just write down what time it is on the audio thing and I'll cut it out. It's 100% this.
See Sheboygan?
Oh my god! He's staring at me and he just goes for like 3 seconds.
Ben's in the game until 8:30. Take your cup out, pal.
Holy,
No.
holy
Hello?
crap, man.
Hello? Hello?
It's
Fuck
gone.
you, cable. So, smallpox, the disease had two main forms, variola major and variola minor, less severe. So, variola major was worse.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's not
Cousin to the areola.
good. Mm.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Which is brother to aioli.
Mm.
The garlic sauce.
It's just mayonnaise.
Is it really?
Yeah,
That's what aioli is.
Essentially, it's just mayonnaise. People will put it on their menu and call it, ooh, a sweet garlic aioli. And they're just trying to sound fancy. Like, hey, this is Hellman's mayonnaise. And we just threw garlic powder in it. So pay $10 for it.
God, you ruined that
Genius.
for me. Yeah, because I guess mayo fries doesn't sell great.
But aioli fries.
But areola fries,
Appetizing.
yeah. And that's something I could get behind. Those who survived smallpox are immune for life, but often bore deep pitted scars or pock marks on their skin.
Mm.
Yeah, so
That's where it comes from.
they look like an avocado.
Speaking of pox, did you guys ever have chicken pox?
I did have chicken pox, yes.
I've never had it.
Me either.
Yeah.
I
So, like,
heard
doesn't that
it
mean
gets
we get
way worse when you
it
get
turns
older.
into shingles?
Yeah. I had shingles
Does it?
Yeah.
Wow,
like
you're
a
really getting,
year ago or something.
getting
You
mangled
hit
over
'em
here,
both.
pal. Wow.
Yeah.
Hit from all angles.
The
huh?
old twofer, cigarette and a sandwich.
Half
Bong and a
eaten
blintz. I could beat that stuff though.
Well, yeah, it's
Where are
you
your
already
shingles
did
now?
beat it.
Nothing?
Where are they?
Yeah, you still got them?
No. I mean, there's like a mark on my side from them.
Damn.
Did it hurt?
I'm sorry,
I
dude.
Did
was
it itch?
itchy as fuck.
But like not like
You just have
itchy
to
to the point
moisturize
where
it?
it was pain.
I don't even know if I moisturized it. I think I just fucking
Raw dog that
manned
thing.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Be a man.
That's
Yeah.
yeah.
Could be the move.
Could be the move.
That's what I think I did. Can't remember. I was so delirious from the shingles.
You got shingles at such
So
a
delirious.
I don't remember half of it.
yeah. Like
I,
what
don't
are
know. I thought it was just like a scab. Like it was like small, like little marks. And I was like, I must have fell or
a
something.
warrior? Like
got
shingles
bit.
are for the elderly, and you
I'm elder.
just
Poor
like
guy.
let's do it now, get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get her done.
Skipping the middleman here.
So, syphilis.
That one's
So with the
not
pirate,
great. Yeah.
Not great. Why do you think that?
Isn't it?
it killed
Not-
way too many pirates.
Yeah. Think of the society we could be in now if we had more pirates.
Could you imagine?
I think that's a good society.
That's what I'm saying.
Pirates were the norm.
Yeah. Your
What-
favorite player thinks he's a pirate. Dodgeball. Steve, the pirate. So wasn't that a sex drug? The sex disease?
Yeah.
I thought syphilis is from fucking.
I think it's an STI or STD, whatever.
Yeah.
Don't you have that on there?
I'm going to find out when I read it. Possibly introduced in Europe in the late 15th century, perhaps brought from the Americas by Columbus's crew. I do these notes. I kind of just chat GPT them, man. They just pop up and then we learn together. Presented in stages, primarily sores, secondary rash and fever, latent, no symptoms, and tertiary organ damage.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I actually don't have, this is from sex, but I think it is. Because anytime you
I
go,
think
if
so.
they talk about
Nathan,
like an STD test, it's
Type
like,
into
you
that
know,
laptop, how do you get syphilis?
It's nice.
Type-
Is
Type-
it? Nathan's
Nathan-
Nathan's like, how can I get syphilis now?
I would
Nathan just
like
typed in, how do I
syphilis.
get rid of syphilis for myself?
Me and
Asking
my
for a
friend.
friend.
Yeah. Asking for a friend. There should be like an AFAF. You could just type, you know how like there's acronyms that are common,
Yeah.
you know?
Asking for a friend.
Like AITA.
Am I the
Am I the
asshole?
asshole?
Am I the asshole? Yeah.
TLDR.
I know that one. Too long.
Too long, didn't read.
Oh.
So that would be like if someone makes a big post and then at the end they just TLDR and they just summarize it in like 4 sentences.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So the people in the comments summarize that? Or the person posting?
Usually the person who posts it.
Okay. So they're like, hey, if you're an idiot and don't want to read, here's the shortened version.
Yeah.
Do you guys type in acronyms?
Not usually.
I don't either. I hate it.
Like, I don't know, or right now.
Right.
I
Like,
do.
do you type in IDK or RN instead of writing out the words?
If I'm texting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually.
I don't.
If I'm on the phone, not so much.
That's
I
the,
would
that's
hope
the
not.
craziest one is when people use them in real life.
If you ever call me and say IDK on the phone, I promise you, you will not be able to reach me again on the phone.
Easton.
That number will be blocked so fast.
Gone forever.
I'd
say
get
pay-
pissed about it.
Yeah. IDK.
Hmm.
We are going to Walmart RN
RN.
right now.
You just totally save so much time by doing that.
Yeah.
Can you
RN
imagine?
right now. Same syllables. Yeah. Same shit, different pile. That's what I say.
Yeah.
All right. Syphilis. So famous figures like Al Capone, Vincent van Gogh, and Franz Schubert are believed to have been affected. So now we know they were getting it on.
Good for them.
Yeah. Good for them is right. It was rampant in Europe by the 16th century, known as the Great Imitator, due to its wide variety of symptoms which could mimic other diseases. It's kind of cool. It's like a chameleon of diseases.
Yeah.
Sketchy.
Yeah.
What do you do? I
Aren't
mean, you
cham-
go in there and then you get antibiotics for everything else. And then it's like, oh, you got syphilis.
Don't you think chameleons are useless pieces of shit since we know exactly what they do?
Well, there
We-
could be
we
one
know what-
in here and you wouldn't even know.
We
I
know what
would,
they
though.
do, but
Well, we know how to
Where
pick
is
them
it?
out of the crowd.
oh, where is it though?
There isn't one. I looked
How do you
sure?
know?
because they're not that good at what they do.
They're better than you are.
Pretty good.
Well, I don't claim to be a camouflage artist.
Either did the chameleon, it was just living, and we claimed it for him.
It's true. We did slap that label.
They
on.
have like 80-foot long tongues. You guys ever see them like when they
It's a
eat?
long tongue.
80 feet?
That's a
They
long
can
tongue.
shoot their.
They are
How
like
long?
8
look it
inches
up.
long, dude.
No,
it's a
they're not.
chameleon. All right, go ahead.
Just- I got to know how thin that tongue is to
thin,
roll it
dude.
up.
How long is a chameleon's tongue? Like how far does it
It's
shoot out?
not 80 feet, dude.
No, it's not 80 feet, but it's more than 8 inches.
Okay, because I thought you were serious.
80 feet.
Have you ever heard of exaggeration?
That's awesome.
Yeah, but
Hyperbole.
30 yards.
sometimes I don't know with you.
It's longer than the red zone. It's
Yeah.
literally the goal line to the 30-yard line.
The chameleon is scoring from the 82-yard line.
Yeah.
Throw the ball up.
Up to 20 inches.
20
That's
inches.
it, huh?
Yeah.
I thought it was longer than that. I feel like I saw a video where it
Still,
shot
though.
What
like
do you
10
mean?
feet.
20 inches is long
that's
too.
still like this. Like
I was thinking like feet, like
It's 2 feet long
multiple
and-
feet.
Broden's like, I don't want it to be like the size of this baseboard, but
whatever.
yeah.
Chameleons are
20
lame
inches.
now
20 inches is long.
for a tongue.
So
Yeah.
it says it's twice the length of its body. So an average human would have a tongue about 10 to 12 feet long.
10 to 12 feet long.
Yeah.
Gross.
If
Can you
you're 5 to
imagine?
6 foot
Yeah.
tall.
Imagine your tongue was 6 feet long. what
Man-
you could do with that.
If it's twice as long as your body. How tall are you, Liam? You're about 6 foot.
6.
Yeah, a 12-foot tongue.
Yeah. Imagine how high
What would I do?
imagine how high your ice cream cone could be.
Dude, I would.
So high.
I could get to the center of the Tootsie Pop faster than all of you.
Yeah.
One lick, just
Yeah.
a 12-foot long lick. Man, you'd
Like
try,
I'd wrap it around like a lizard and
just like a cocoon.
yeah.
Yeah, I like that. What else would you do? We know what you're thinking you do.
I'm thinking,
It's okay.
man.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, the shoes came off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yellow fever, Liam's favorite.
Yeah.
Where does that name
you
come
know-
Yellow
from?
bellies.
You know much about the yellow fever?
No.
It's from our buddies over in Egypt.
Ah.
Yeah.
The Egyptians.
I don't know if that's true. Endemic in West Africa, but spread to the Americas through the slave trade. Mosquitoes, especially Aedes aegypti, are the primary vectors.
Mm.
So it did come from West Africa, which is not quite Egypt.
Pretty close. Though.
What else is there? Like Ethiopia?
Egypt is East Africa, but
Stone's throw.
yeah.
Strong arm.
Yeah. What did you say?
No, Ethiopia is on the other side.
Ethiopia?
Morocco's West Africa.
Morocco's Africa?
Yeah.
I thought that was where Spain was at.
I don't think there's any diseases in Ethiopia.
Hunger.
they run
is
away from all
hunger
of
and
them.
disease.
Doesn't spread. It's just there.
It doesn't spread.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's not contagious.
No, it's not.
Quit living in sand, man.
Who's that comedian, dude? He's an old comedian.
Sam Kennison.
Yeah.
Go to where the
food is.
Yeah. I remember that video. You want to know why you're hungry? Because there's no fucking food.
this is sand.
You know what it will be in 100
Screaming.
years? Sand.
Screaming.
Yellow fever symptoms include fever, chills, loss of appetite, and jaundice.
Oh,
Ooh.
That's where it
Yeah.
comes from. Yellow fever, because he turned into a Simpsons character.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Jaundice.
Yeah, that's a yellowing of the skin and eyes. Can you imagine you just started turning yellow from a disease? That's so weird.
That freaked me out.
Drink enough beer, you can try it for yourself.
You can get jaundice from beer.
Not jaundice, but I mean, if you're alcoholic and your liver shuts down,
Mm.
you turn yellow.
Is that true?
Really?
Yeah, you didn't know that. Like, if you see a guy and he's like super like yellow in the face and like looks yellow, he's
I thought it was
Alcoholic.
Chinese.
liver shuts down.
Oh.
Hard of seeing.
Yeah.
Really good at math and Rubik's cube.
Rubik's. Have you seen the documentary Cubers, I think it's called?
Oh, man.
It's about the Rubik's Cubers and how fast they go. It is incredible.
There's a
Truly
method that you can solve it every time if you just, it's like up and then right on the top row, up twice again or something like that, and then right again. And then you just repeat that same process until you're done.
I feel like that's false.
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
I feel like I would have known that.
Look it up.
That's
Actually, you know
that's
what?
how you get the corners on one.
That doesn't make sense, actually.
I know the first. I can.
It
Get
doesn't
the bottom
matter
row and the
whatever you
By-
start with.
By probability, eventually, if you spin it enough times, it will revert back to its.
Exactly.
It doesn't. It might be 20. It might be 20,000, but eventually, the colors will line up.
bottom. Yeah,
I'm telling
unless
you,
you're actively trying to not.
That's why you have
whatever
to do the same thing.
whatever combination of squares that you have on the Rubik's Cube, if you repeat this certain process,
Yeah.
you will solve it every time.
Yeah. I don't think so. But
I wish I would have known that a long time ago when I was
don't
confronted
thi-
with the Rubik's cube.
there's not one move that you can repeatedly do that'll get it back to normal.
Well, it's not one move.
It's a series of moves. They're
Yes.
algorithms.
4
That's what they call
moves.
'em.
5, I think, because you go up, right, up, right, and then you just repeat that again. It's something like that. It's not to that exact
Don't you have to
tune.
get it to, like, I've seen a lot of people, like, when they look at it, they get it to a certain spot where there's like one different color, or you solve it as far as you can, like, as normally. But like, no matter what, there's gonna be one color in each square. Then after that, you start with like the one side, and then you do your little code thing, and it goes back to normal.
Guys, I used to do Rubik's Cube all the time.
Damn, that was...
Did
dead
you
serious.
solve any?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. I had my piece of paper with the algorithms on it. And the first one you do is you make the cross, and then do the corners. You do your move. You do up, right, down, right, up.
yes.
That's move. Then you go to the other side. You do that corner. You do that 4 times. You get the corners, and then you have the bottom row around the sides and the middle pieces. The algorithm after that is for getting the next layer. There's a specific algorithm you do like 6 times, no matter where the piece is at.
I'm going to go ahead and say no because there's people that solve them in 3 seconds.
That's why it's amazing to me.
So there's obviously.
You think their hands are just faster doing that one algorithm 312 times in 6 seconds?
I'm thinking that there's a certain way you could do this to where you can make it really short and that there's a way to solve it.
Obviously. They do it in 3 seconds.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So your
Why can I
way
not?
is right. Why
But-
can't? Because you're not Asian.
but not with. Look at his eyes. He looks
Wrong.
so close.
That's why he used to do Rubik's cubes.
I mean,
It's part of the
I've
blood.
never done a Rubik's cube.
no,
Look at my eyes.
I don't think I've ever owned one.
American.
I am American.
So there's like officially in the Rubik's Cube's website, there's 4 different methods
No, there isn't.
to solving it.
What are the methods?
The
Spinning it?
CFOP method, the Rokes method, and the ZZ method.
Do they have
So
So they're just
And the last
making this
one?
toy and giving you the answers for it. That what a lame toy.
Yeah.
That's no fun for anyone.
Yeah,
That's
it
like
is.
if
Solve it, man.
I'd like to know.
Even
I
if you
don't
have
wanna
the-
solve
Even
it.
if you have the code, it's like, that was sick.
Sick.
It's cool. You show somebody, they like you more.
I saw this Rubik's cube. Damn, that guy's
No, you can't just bring it to them and say, I solved it. You have to show them you solved
Shuffle
it.
this. Shuffle this for me real quick.
Yeah, mix it up.
All right, come back to me in 4 months.
You know Brendan Nelson. He's done it in under 2 minutes. I've seen it with my own eyes.
Really?
I'm bringing, I work with him, so I'm bringing a Rubik's Cube on Monday.
He used to have
Just say
like
now.
15 of them. He used to have a 2x2, 3x3, 4x4, 5x5, all the way up to this giant circle ball. It was insane. He was a cuber, man.
What a
That's
nerd.
right.
Oh man,
Through and through.
Wow.
I'm gonna ask him about that.
Nerd.
Last one we got on here. Actually, no, we got a little bit more on yellow fever. Several outbreaks in the 18th and 19th centuries in the Americas. The construction of the Panama Canal was nearly halted due to its high incidence. Everyone was dying. Panama Canal. Imagine life before the Panama Canal when we were just going down to the south tip of Africa,
South America.
South America.
We used
Tomatoes.
a lot of gas,
There were steam engines.
a lot of coal,
Sail. Wind.
Sail.
a lot of sail.
A lot of wind.
We went through a lot of wind. We were really burning up our wind resources.
Our weather. We
Dude,
were
Now, and
Yeah,
now,
just
and
ran
now
out of
look
weather.
where we are as a society. We have giant fans in the countryside to try to gain back this wind.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
We bought it back.
can you ever get more back?
More wind?
Yeah,
You can make wind.
you can break wind.
And
Ah,
you can bag it up.
Yeah,
Bag
can
it
bottle
away.
it.
winds. Yeah.
But yeah.
you can bottle broken wind. Have you ever done that?
What'd
No.
you say?
You guys ever farted in a bottle? Close it.
No. What?
Yeah, I have.
Are you
Just for an
serious?
experiment how bad it would smell later.
Did you?
How long was it bottled? What was the dry age on it?
What was this? What was this? An oak casket? Is this a 14 year?
An oak bottle? No, I don't know. It was a couple hours. It still
Oh
smells.
no, I thought
Still smelled.
I thought you were gonna.
You sure you weren't sniffing the shit on the edge of the cap when you went to go do it?
Easton's got
Got the bottle on his asshole.
Yeah, he's got the ring on the bottle.
Well, you can't let
He unscrews it and he gives himself the old. Oh man, that smells like shit.
Brown ring around your nose too.
it's called quality control, and you have to not let any out of the bottle. So it's gotta be
Gotta be close.
Like there was no contamination of the fart gas.
no, none at all.
Like you were straight up to that.
That one's bad.
That one's getting worse.
Yeah. I noticed that. Because it's louder.
I wonder why.
Mess with that one. No, that's not the right one.
It's not the headphones,
It's
Jakey
not the
Jack.
headphones.
Well, that's what stopped it for me.
Okay, it got quieter there.
Yeah, now it's working.
It was just acting up.
There you go, lumberjack.
I can't hear anything.
Was it the
now.
headphones then?
It's your mic.
Well, yeah, it's my mic. We've determined that 30 minutes ago.
Then why are you asking if it's the headphones?
Because he just messed with the headphones and it moved.
I think it's every time you talk.
Yeah. I think it's
Thumbs up with your cord.
All right, we're going to cut this episode short. What do we even have for time?
Hour and 2 minutes.
Okay, hour and 2 minutes. Perfect. Let's cut it. Guys, that's episode 65. We'll get this mic fixed and go from there. All we had was leprosy left anyways. So,
Oh, that was a good one.
yeah, skin sores, nerve damage, muscle weakness, stigmatization that led to leper colonies, patients isolated from society. Good time.